Welcome back to another episode of Book Sundowned. I'm your host, Ridu, and today we're diving into God's Shadow by Alan Mikhail. This book offers a groundbreaking look at the role of the Ottoman Empire in shaping modern history. To start, God's Shadow challenges the traditional Eurocentric view of history by spotlighting the Ottoman Empire's global influence. Alan Mikhail uses the life of Sultan Selim I to argue that the Ottomans were central players in shaping events during the early modern period.
That sounds fascinating. Selim I isn't someone we often hear about. What specific events or actions during his reign does Mikhail highlight to show his impact on global history?
Mikhail focuses on several key events. One major aspect is Salim's conquest of the Mamluk Sultanate, which not only expanded Ottoman territory, but also gave the Ottomans control over crucial trade routes. This move disrupted European trade with Asia and indirectly triggered the Age of Exploration as Europeans sought new routes. Mikhail also discusses Salim's strategic marriages and alliances, which helped consolidate Ottoman power and influence across different regions.
Interesting. How does Mikhail connect Salim's actions to the broader shifts in global trade and politics?
Mikhail draws a direct link between Salim's military conquests and the shifting trade routes. By controlling the Mamluks, the Ottomans gained access to valuable trading hubs and resources. This control forced European powers to explore new maritime routes, leading to the Age of Exploration. Mikhail argues that Salim's expansionist policies were instrumental in altering the global economic and political landscape, setting the stage for Europe's eventual rise as a global power.
That's a compelling connection. How does Mikhail address the Ottoman Empire's relationship with other major powers of the time, like the Safavids or the Europeans?
Mikhail explores the intricate relationships between the Ottomans, Safavids, and European powers. He highlights the rivalries and alliances that shape the geopolitical landscape. For instance, the conflict between the Ottomans and Safavids over territory and religious differences had significant implications for regional stability. Mikhail also examines how the Ottomans' interactions with European powers were not just adversarial, but also involved diplomacy and strategic partnerships, influencing the balance of power in Europe and beyond.
How does Mikhail use primary sources from the Ottoman Empire to support his arguments? Can you give an example of how these sources provide a different perspective compared to European accounts?
Mikhail uses a variety of Ottoman primary sources, such as state documents, letters, and even poetry, to offer a nuanced view of Salim's reign. For example, Ottoman court records provide insights into Salim's policies and administrative strategies, which contrast with the often biased or limited perspectives found in European sources. By incorporating these Ottoman viewpoints, Mikhail reveals how Salim's actions were perceived within the empire and how they shaped Ottoman self-image and governance.
With this new perspective, what does Mikhail suggest about the role of the Ottoman Empire in shaping modern global history?
Mikhail suggests that the Ottoman Empire was a pivotal force in shaping modern global history, challenging the traditional Eurocentric narrative. He argues that the Ottomans played a crucial role in the development of global trade, politics, and cultural exchanges. By shifting the focus to the Ottomans, Mikhail highlights how their influence extended far beyond their immediate region, affecting the course of world history in significant ways.
That's a thought-provoking take. What do you think readers will find most surprising or enlightening about God's Shadow?
Readers will likely be surprised by the depth of Ottoman influence on global history that Mikhail uncovers. The book challenges the conventional view that European powers were the primary drivers of global change, and instead showcases the Ottomans as central players in shaping the modern world. Mikhail's detailed analysis and use of Ottoman sources provide a fresh and enlightening perspective on a significant but often overlooked chapter in history.
I'm excited to dive into the book and explore these ideas further.
I'm sure you'll find it both enlightening and thought-provoking. For our listeners, if you're interested in exploring a different perspective on history, God's Shadow by Alan Mikhail is definitely worth a read. That wraps up today's episode of Book Sundowned. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed this discussion, be sure to subscribe and tune in next time for more deep dives into fascinating books. Until then, keep reading and keep questioning.